When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Oh, a little surprise today. Back from the resorts of Turks and Caicos.
You son of a bitch. Is this the only reason you have got nobody else to pick on? Oh, baby, I'm back. Dougie Fresh, the hip-shaking, money-making, tower power man of the hour, 24/7, the one your mother warned you about, getting a tan and looking F-I-N-E fine is back on Billified, baby. How are you?
I am well.
You're looking good.
I got to say, man, Turks and Caicos, and you got a little bit of a tan going there.
Yeah, because I burned the first day, which I usually do.
You got to be careful with that shit, dude.
Well, I had sunscreen on.
And still, through the SPF 50, you were getting...
It wasn't 50.
No,
it was.
I'm sure
I only date 50. No. I should have went 80. Just like at home.
But you were out there, man. You put a picture of you on social media.
Yeah.
Shirtless, standing there, arms wide open. And I go...
With a towel.
No,
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, but...
Who should care?
Right.
I'm in the middle of sun and fun. My good friends getting married.
Look, at some point in your life, right?
Yeah.
You're either keep hiding the parts you're insecure about, or you just walk out and go,
love me for who I am.
This is the body that got me here. And that's what you did, and I loved it. I thought that was great.
I'm going to tell you, since January, the second week in January, I have lost 22 pounds.
Really?
Did not show in that picture. I'd actually have to lose another
You got to
20.
feel great about that, though.
I do.
What have you been doing?
Very little exercising.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, it's usually diet.
Yes, eating a whole lot less.
Yeah.
A lot of protein. Not a lot of protein, but just enough to fill me up and then move on.
Yeah.
Exercising in the morning. Some plank works now and just itching up just a little bit.
Doing some plank work?
Yeah, for the belly. Because if you lose your weight too fast, like these people with the Ozempic,
yeah.
It gets saggy.
Right.
Remember the old... what was it when your mom had the wash line out back?
Yeah, right.
She had that big thing full of pins.
Yeah.
It would just hang there.
Yeah.
That's what I
always think is that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be skirt.
Yes.
The meat skirt that comes out.
I don't want to be hanging over like that.
See, there are a couple thoughts I had about all this, and let's go back to the Ozempic, because I think at some point in your life you got to let go of performative youth. You just are what you are, right? And
yes.
and so be it. And I think a lot of times. Attractive is attractive, but what is also attractive is a confidence and a self-security, right?
Yes, there's a whole package of what you like.
Right. And the other thing is, women have a lot of things that they can hide flaws with. I don't mean to sound like a misogynistic jerk, but they do. Like, when they get a little bit older, if things get a little big, you got the bathing suit with the little skirt that goes around the side, right? Kind of hides everything. You know what I mean? There ain't shit for us.
No.
There's not shit for us.
Letting it all hang out came from men.
You are fucking fat and beautiful, right? And then that's it. And I think that it becomes like it's confidence versus delusion.
Yeah, people hanging on their youth. I mean, I did an old-timer wrestling tournament 12 years ago. Got in shape for that, down to 170. And this is the heaviest I've ever been, 250. Now I'm down at just 227 a day on the scale.
Good.
So this, in the next 3 months, and I hate talking about this because I always feel, just do it. Don't tell everybody you're going to do it. You do it, and then have somebody else toot your horn instead of you blowing yourself. I'm gonna lose this, and I'm going to do that. You know, you're not doing anything.
You're speaking my language, because I often say, go forth and tell no one. And I say it that way because it was like, you know, almost biblical in a sense, because it was Jesus. And I had this disagreement, I'll call it, with my dad philosophically on whether or not Jesus had actually said something like that. But I believe that he would heal people with leprosy or whatever, and then say, go back to your village, but tell no one that you've been healed. And because if you do, Doug's going to come along and go, fuck you. That ear's going to fall off again. And then it gets in your head. And everything I believe in life really is up here. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like the way you feel about it, all that stuff. Yeah. And that's why.
Well, that's that Ozempic. It doesn't make you just lose weight. It gets you on a mind path
don't even talk to me about Ozempic. I have such a problem with
Okay, I'm just saying.
No.
I know people, it gets you thinking not to eat so much. It helps you that way. You just don't stick it in you and you're losing weight automatically. There's a whole process to it. But if that's what you feel, then go for it. I didn't want to do that. Some people suggested. I'm like, no, I'm going to lose weight on my own. And I do feel better.
Let me
sleeping through the night. You don't have to wake up and piss because your belly's not hanging on your bladder.
Yeah.
Your knees don't hurt as much.
Right.
On a long day of bartending or something like that. So.
I think you should be,
but getting back to the picture.
Yes.
This is what they're doing in France with a towel around you. So I can hide my belly.
Oh, I got you.
And still have the arms.
Yeah. No, it looked like you had a lily white bowling ball there.
Yeah. But not as bad as hanging it out. And I'm like, you know what? Why do you care? You do.
The beach is the last honest place on earth. It really is. Because even, as I kind of joke that women have the thing, many of them do, you'll see flaws. And my favorite are the women that just don't care. I loved when I was...
Self-confidence is very sexy in a woman.
Well, self-confidence and almost maybe not understanding limits.
They're not worried about being judged. They like their outfit. I'm going out in that. Yeah. And I've met a lot of people in the bars, obviously.
Yeah.
And over there, and I remember some of the women that just, I like this and this is who I am, and they don't like it, they can, go to hell. They're not wearing it. They didn't pay for it.
No, but what I was going to say is I used to have a timeshare, so we would go to different places. You could. My wife at the time was great at booking it out west and out, trading whatever we had in Florida. And I remember being at one family place. And this lady sitting up, you had to swim out to this makeshift island in the pool. And she's sitting on this thing and she has on fucking dental floss. There's nothing there. And I go, goddamn lady. And you knew nobody there dressed that way. So every woman was probably, in some way judging under their breath and all this stuff. And it seemed inappropriate for the place. But I didn't, I fully appreciated it in all its beauty, and that was fine with me. That was fine. Ozempic. Let me say something.
We can go back to something else.
No.
Well, let me tell you about my trip.
We'll go to that in a second. Let me talk about Ozempic because you brought it up and it's too fresh. Ozempic to me is a wonderful thing for people who are really struggling to lose weight. I think that's okay. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. But even the people. And we can think of this, and everybody probably knows of someone who had gastric bypass. Mm-hmm. And most people who had gastric bypass ate through it. They blew through it at some point.
You mean
most people
balloon backed up?
They put on more weight. Sometimes had problems because the mesh or whatever they put around you to constrict things. It blew out. I've known people who have done that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I think of often with Ozempic. And I truly, at my core, whatever is going to make you feel best, the human experience can be tough. Judgment can be tough. But because of that, what I'm hearing less and less of is people saying, not so much big is beautiful, but body acceptance. This is who I am. Well, don't judge me because I'm this. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. And if you said to somebody, the greatest way to really feel good about yourself and lose weight is consistency with diet and exercise. But when you said that, you were kind of an asshole because you're shaming them and you're doing this. And I'm hearing less and less from the Lizzos and the other people of the world that were kind of big and beautiful and flaunting it. And I thought, even with Lizzo, go girl, do whatever. But now they've all found Ozempic and they're all in shape and skinny and nobody's saying that anymore. Nobody's fucking saying it. And the other thing is, I do believe, like anything in life, if you have skin in the game, it's valued more. Now, Ozempic is or any GLP-1. I think some even come in a pill form. But if you're stabbing yourself with this medicine once a day, once a week, whatever it is, it does constrict your eating. And a lot of people talk about how painful it is. Like you get cramping and it's awful and you don't want to eat. So you don't eat. Look, if it helps, if you went through it, I hope you maintain it. I hope there's no real side effect because I don't know that they studied it.
There's a ton of reasons. And some people do because of their metabolism are just naturally heavy, and it's helped them. That's I don't know what percentage that is. Now, I also know people that smoking hot, and they got their hands on it because they want to be even skinnier.
Yes. And
they're on their phone taking pictures.
Yes.
All day long.
No, I got it. But
there's
but the part with me is like when I say no skin in the game is you took an easy way to get to where you wanted to get. When you actually work for it, you maintain it longer. It's a lifestyle, right? I don't know how long a GLP-1 lifestyle can go. You want to be stabbing yourself all the time with a needle? I don't know.
I get you.
And if it works for you, great. But what bothers me is the people who said diet and exercise is really the key to a longer, better life. We're often told, don't tell me how to fucking live. Love my body for the way it is. I am what I am. And now I hear less of that because those fuckers got GLP-1s. And that's the thing that I go, oh my God, they were full of shit. Ever look at your wall and think, that hole definitely wasn't there yesterday. Or maybe your faucet's got a drip that's slowly driving you into madness. That's when you got to call my buddies at Mac of All Trades because it's your home. And if you don't have the skills to fix it yourself, go to the people who do, and trust me, there's nobody better than Mac of All Trades. They do everything. Leaky faucet, they got it. Drafty windows and doors, done. Electrical, plumbing, carpentry, sure. Full kitchen or bath remodel, oh yeah, they'll do that too. From patching the hole that someone made by definitely not slamming the door to transforming your entire space. Mac of All Trades gets it done quickly and the right way. Stop putting up with cold drafts and half-finished to-do lists. Give them a call at 585-202-9218 or find them online at macofalltrades.net. Get started on that to-do list today. Mac of All Trades. No job too small. When was the last time you went to a doctor? Honestly.
I don't want to say anything.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Now, there are many.
I am actively, not really, I am looking for a doctor.
Whatever.
I did just get New York State health insurance.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Glad. I kept hearing commercials. My friends my age were bugging me, so I signed up and I have it.
Good.
Finding a doctor, I have a couple leads. I just haven't followed up.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if anything happens, car accident, anything, I've got the thing in my pocket.
So the only reason I bring that up is a lot of men don't live as long as women, especially men.
That's because they drive us to the grave.
Well, they could.
Yeah.
I saw an old Bobby Slayton bit that I texted him about the other day because he's mentioned in the Epstein files. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. He's mentioned in the Epstein files, just as in one of them, he says something basically as, I'd love to go to dinner with you and Woody Allen, but I'm on my way to the shithole of comedy, Rochester, New York. And it's in the fucking Epstein files. It's so fucking funny. I was dying. But then I was showing my kid a piece, and my kid's laughing his ass off. And I go, this material from almost 25 years ago holds up today. And it's a lot of what marriage and what he's talking about. But most married guys for sure live longer because they have a wife nagging them or pushing them politely to go to the doctor and be checked out. You don't. I don't really anymore. I'm on top of it. I got kids. I want to be here. I got a lot of shit I feel like I need to accomplish before I leave the planet. But here's a story that I think would discourage many men from going to the doctor.
Oh,
yeah.
Malpractice.
Well, there's a guy, general practitioner. He has had his medical license suspended after multiple male patients accused him of sexual misconduct during exams. Let me go into what these men are claiming that this doctor did. And then I have a lot of questions, but we'll start with this. According to the petition, this guy, Dr. Gurgis, is accused of watching a patient ejaculate in order to provide a semen sample.
He watches it.
I've never heard of that. Usually they send you to, okay. Grabbing a patient's penis during a prostate exam. So he's got a finger up his ass and he does that. Telling a patient he needed to... Wait, listen to this. Now, I need you for a moment, okay? I don't need you to act this out.
Okay.
I just need you to put yourself. Mm-hmm. You're in a doctor's office,
yes.
Doug. You're in a doctor's office. They've asked you to get down. You're in the gown. You can keep your underwear on, and you can keep your socks on. You look very sexy. Mm-hmm. And he comes in and says, I need to perform a stretch test, and then grabs your penis and starts tugging it back and forth. What do you... are you questioning this?
Are you going to make a balloon animal out of this? Am I in the right place? I think this is clown college here.
But the thing is, like, we don't know, just like the pathology.
I know.
Report.
I haven't been to a doctor in 40 years. I know. I haven't even seen anything like that.
No.
Or heard about it.
No, but
this doesn't come in and start
pulling. This is why the guy... Right,
right,
exactly. But my point is this. Just like the pathology report where I go, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what all this means. I think you're half naked on a table and the person with the white coat is the authority, so you don't really question it.
Right.
But that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like he starts yanking you back and forth, spending approximately 10 minutes on a genital examination.
I don't think I have 10 minutes of junk to look over. 5 minutes, yeah. Once you had 7.5 minutes, I think that's done. I did have a rectal exam once, but it was really weird. And he goes, "You might feel some pressure." I go, "Yeah." I go, "But why are both your hands on my shoulders?"
Thank you. Thank you. Hold that thought for a second, because another thing this guy's accused of is using more than one finger to perform a rectal and prostate examination. Let me really get in there. Yeah. I mean, wow. Then failing to tell some patients he was about to insert his finger into their rectum.
I had that happen. It was a weird part. It was at my dentist.
This won't hurt a bit. We've numbed you up. Failing to wear gloves during genital and or prostate exams.
Now that's just common sense.
Well,
you're not going to put a glove on a stick.
Unless he's going in later. Hey, Doc, I hope you're not a nail biter.
When he goes down with whipped cream, I think there's something wrong.
In December, according to the petition, he was found to be grossly unprofessional conduct. And I go, that is the most corporate way to describe. I mean, that phrase is doing a lot of PR work, because you say to me, he was grossly unprofessional conduct. I go, what? Did he wear Crocs into surgery? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he stuck two fingers in your asshole and goes, hey.
And you know, how many reports does it take for him to get looked at? How long do they go on? Okay. And how long does it take to evaluate?
Started at being a doctor in 2008. This just happened in 2025.
That's 17 years, right?
Yeah.
2025, 2026, well, whatever.
Oh,
15, 16 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's a long time.
And who's the first one that's going to blow the whistle?
I don't know. This is my point.
Right.
And like, we trust doctors because you've got the lab coat, you're the authority.
Right.
And I'm like, holy crap. Yeah. I mean,
even if you Google what to expect during a prostate exam,
yeah, right.
Does everybody usually have 7 shots of tequila before they bend over?
But I mean, even some clear communication. I'm going into the rectal exam now, right?
Did they put you under? I thought you were going to tell me that somebody was under.
No.
They do that though.
For what? Rectal exams? Well, for the camera. The colon. Yes, they can. Now, I was numbed up.
Yeah.
But somewhat lucid.
Num.
But yeah, I mean,
I would want to be out, but I'd want somebody I know in the room. I mean, you don't want to take advantage of this.
No, I don't think you're in much danger, because there's a lot of cameras that they can all see. This is a private practice where, go in for a physical, and I don't think in New York State, I don't know what the laws are, but I don't think they do prostate exams and physicals anymore. However, this is another state. I don't know what their rules are. You understand?
What state was it?
It was Indiana.
Oh,
and Go ahead.
They just Gary, Indiana. That was a Music Man. They're getting the Bears.
I know, but that transparency reduces drama. Saying I'm about to enter your ass, lets you know. I mean, you would do that politely to if you had somebody over to the house.
Yeah, at least a glass of wine. Let's play doctor. Go to the whole new level. Playing doctor.
I just,
No Nurse Ratchet. Just.
Well, anytime a medical exam uses the word stretch test, that's not a medical exam. That's creative writing. That is not what somebody
just
does.
Starts pulling on your penis.
Well, and that's the thing. But I go, we mistake authority for legitimacy because he's the doctor, so I'm going to go. And take you, for example. Just, you've said, I haven't been there in a while. You go in. We got new procedures now.
Right.
We're going to do a stretch test.
Grab your crank and see how far it goes across the room. Bend over, and everybody's going to pick a finger. Like, yeah.
Oh, God.
My ride's downstairs.
Well, the other thing is, like, if you have to override your gut because of somebody's credentials, that's submission. If the new year has you saying, I did not sign up for this, like a workers' comp case, Social Security disability, or a personal injury claim, don't try to Google lawyer your way through it. Go to Connors and Ferris. They have offices in Buffalo, New York City, Syracuse, and Rochester, and they'll get back to you within 24 hours. Yeah. So even when you're stress scrolling at 2 a.m., you can call 262-COMP, tell them a little bit about what's going on in your life, and within 24 hours, one of their attorneys will get back to you. You'll talk to real lawyers who will explain things in plain English, not legal mumbo jumbo. Workers' comp, Social Security disability, personal injury, complicated? Absolutely. Something you should handle alone? Nope. Connors and Ferris. Experienced, responsive, and committed to serving you better. Call 262-COMP. Help's available right now. I saw an article in Psychology Today, and it talked about...
There's a magazine called Psychology Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is.
There used to be a magazine for everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Things are mostly online now, but
Yes.
they've been around for probably, I don't know, 50 years, 60. And the article argues that loneliness...
They have the Sigmund Freud pinup girl in a straight jacket. No tits, just... Sorry.
That loneliness is... a lot of times, I think that people say, and maybe even diagnosed as an individual failure. Go join a gym, start going to a church, download
right out of the gate. Individual failure?
Well, I think that's how it's diagnosed. I'm not saying that's what
really?
it is. That's not what it is. And this article, by the way, argues against that. The article says that's not true. But, download a friend app, go to therapy, try harder. And this person writes, but what if loneliness isn't about personal effort at all? Because, and I didn't know this, the U.S. Surgeon General has labeled loneliness a public health crisis. Now, I can just tell you, just in terms of, it sounds ridiculous, right? A little bit. I swear to God, my mom is thriving because she has a strong social network. She's out doing things all the time. She's preparing to teach classes at Bard College in the fall. She's got some other group. She's part of some meditation thing. She's like, she has a coffee group. My dad fucking did nothing. I went to visit him in Jersey when he was living down there. And Doug, we did nothing.
Right.
We went to the diner 3 times a day. That was the big outing. Like nothing. And this was just at the onset of Parkinson's for him. Like there was still the ability, but he was doing nothing. And I go, wow, what a difference.
Yes.
So that's
I
what I
relate to that.
And I think that's why the U.S. Surgeon General is saying, yeah, it is I didn't realize it was a public health crisis, but chronic loneliness is linked to depression, heart disease, and increased mortality. But most of the stuff focuses on the individual as you just need to get better social skills. And this person who is a trained psychologist goes, that ain't fucking it. That's not the answer. And here's the thing. She started to write an article on studying BDSM groups.
BDMS.
BDSM.
Is it a
what do you think?
It's like a barber shop quartet where you get together and you sing? Oh, my darling, spank my ass a little harder. Stick
Bondage.
your finger. What?
Bondage, discipline,
Yes.
sadism, and masochism.
Yes.
Yes.
My ex-girlfriend was in the S&Ms.
Okay, so this
Salesman and mechanics.
this woman this woman writes that she found something surprising. Not just the sex culture, but structured, recurring, face-to-face interaction. And not even like of a sexual nature. She said these people were actually making lasting relationships in this offshoot kink group that was helping them. And she said to the point where if people had mechanical problems, someone from the group was helping them, making job suggestions, loaning money, just having a network.
Yes.
Just having a network. You know, and I think of that often. I go, you got to kind of have a network of people. You need to be active in the network of friends and things like that. You know, it's a reciprocal thing. But how do you make friends? You make friends by, well, just think about this. The people who have come, even as an adult, let's say it's somebody that you see every week when you're bartending, right? And you just, it's a guy about your age, maybe divorced, single himself, and you guys start talking. And the more you talk, the more he starts to reveal about himself, and then you start revealing things about yourself, and that's how you make a fucking friend. And I go, and this person's saying there isn't that anymore. And I have said for a fucking long time on this podcast now that I think one of the worst things about the pandemic was work from home. Only because, is it more convenient? Fuck yeah. Does it save you maybe some money? Probably, because you're not driving, every day. But what do you miss out on? You miss out on friendships. You miss out on mentors. You may even miss out on romantic relationships that sometimes come out of work, but not always. But at least those other two. You know what I mean? And how many people have you worked with over the years that you no longer work with, but you're still friends with?
That one I'd have to think about. Actually, my first manager, Kenny Shoes, Kirk and Donna.
Yeah.
I just called him on the way here.
Yeah.
That'll be off work the next few days. Come over and help me with the house. But that's been 1988, so that's coming on almost 40 years in 3 years.
Yeah. And that started as a work relationship.
Yes, that's the longest one. But I'll tell you this, and I think I've told this before. There was a bus trip when I was working at Windjammers, and they all came back in the bus, and somebody left this big Russian babushka furry hat. And I put it on my head, and I started doing Rodney Dangerfield in Russian. I know wife cheats on me. Every time I come home, parents says, quick, out the window. So Mark, the guy that just got married, is listening and laughing his ass off, and we started hanging out. He goes, dude, you just sound just like my grandparents. Let's have a drink in a couple days. Let's go over here. And, I mean, just instantly bonded. Yeah. Like that. And then we got to know each other, and he goes, I didn't know how to take you. Sometimes you're this, sometimes you're that. And then getting to know me, he's like, I get it now, especially working there. Yeah. So, and I was telling that story at the wedding, Turks and Caicos. I go, that hat was a game changer. Sure. If that hat wasn't here, 10 years later, I'm at his wedding on this beautiful beach with all these beautiful people. But if that's the beauty of life.
But the other thing is, had you not built and had the confidence to build the breast cancer thing, that wouldn't have happened either. Right. So that was the opportunity to be face to face with people. You've built a community that supports your efforts to do that. Yes. That's how you make friendships. And I'm not trying to get all preachy and shit, but I was shocked that the U.S. Surgeon General goes, it's a chronic health problem.
Well, I don't want to get emotional, but my mom, I always, you have some friends, you can go out for lunches. She never wanted to do that. I'm like, I gotta get out. And
you do, because it does
a little bit once a month.
Yes.
But she never watched. She went, watch TV, smoking at home, the dog there, and just. Yeah. So, and that's, some people don't like to go out. Some people don't want to interact. Some, it's just. Yeah. Not everybody can be like me, obviously. No. But somewhere on that, somebody that's miserable all the time compared to me that's, I would think, mostly happy all the time. Although I have my moments, but, telling jokes. There's somewhere in between that you can find your happiness. And, it's not going to bars. You can go to a Red Wing game by yourself, an Amherst game by yourself, go to movies by yourself. Right. Just even to get out there just to see other people.
A lot of times when you're...
the library. I mean, just think about, take a ride to Niagara Falls, go to the casino. just a new restaurant,
Well,
new lunch place, coffee shop.
I used to make fun of like bowling leagues and things, and I always go, it's the only sport that you can get better at while eating nachos and drinking beer. You know what I mean? It's the only sport.
I was in a bowling league for a lot of years. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. A lot of friendships. A lot of connection. Made you feel good. You looked forward to something.
Yes.
Right? Now we've replaced
then I was
it.
like, finally, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting too drunk every week.
Okay, but whatever.
Don't drink. I'm like, well, why would I bowl?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason.
But it was fun.
Yes, it was.
I got it.
And
that's what I'm saying. And we've replaced that with scrolling on our fucking phone.
Absolutely.
Looking at shit that we can't achieve, jealous of somebody else, making up conversations in our head. And I go, yeah, I fucking get this. And I think it's a bigger problem. But
I think the scrolling on the phone and Facebook and Instagram and
it's not
Snapchat. It's
not terrible.
No, well, yes and no. There's pros and cons, everything. Yeah. So if you post something and somebody likes you, somebody's in your circle now. So somebody's noticing me, even just a like, that you're not home all alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, yes, if I post something,
well, I think
I might get more likes, but there's a few people that I knew are bitchy and being not sneaky, but I'm like, yeah, let me look at this. And they have a dozen posts and nobody's liking them, or they have one thumbs up. And I'm like, that's so sad. What is this person? No wonder they're so miserable and sad. But that's from working in the bars, and you wonder about people, and you're like,
sure,
because people are like, what is her story? I'm like, I don't think you want to know that. Or, what's his story? I'm like, I don't really want to say that to them because I don't know them that well. You know what I mean? They might want to hit on them or have a drink with them. What do you think? I'm like, don't take it from me. I'll find out for myself, and then I'll relay it to you. And the closer you're in, I mean, if I'm out with a stranger or somebody asks me about somebody, I don't know. But if you ask me, because we're a friend, I'd be like, they're fucking nuts. don't even engage. Don't even look over because it's a nightmare.
Right.
They're gonna latch on like a pit bull, and yeah.
Yeah. But I want you to also think about this, people. And I'm very important. Let me just look at the camera here. This is such a crisis that the U.S. Surgeon General has come out to talk about it. And loneliness increases your mortality. So I want you to remember this. That annoying motherfucker at work that has talked nonstop about his fantasy football league has kept you alive, you lonely fuck.
When we go off air, I'm going to show you something I got last night.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't put it on air.
Bend over.
Yeah, I know.
That's
loneliness.
Right.
It's a tough. I heard a new joke that I had never heard before. Wow. I want to tell you. So this husband and wife are struggling to pay the bills. They got no money. So they decide that the wife, is going to be a prostitute. She goes, I don't know how to do. What do I do? Well, I'll drop you outside a bar, and I'll hide around the corner, and I'll just take care of you, make sure everything goes right. She goes, well, should I charge? And he goes, $100 a lay. She goes, okay. So he leaves. Guy walks up. And he goes, so you turning tricks? She goes, yeah. How much? $100. He goes, I only got $30. I'll be right back. So she goes around the corner and talks to her. This guy's only got $30. Just give him a hand job. Okay. So she goes back. She goes, for $30, I'll give you a hand job. He goes, okay. So they go in his car, and he pulls his dick out, and it's the biggest, hugest cock she's ever seen. And her eyes light up. She goes, I'll be right back. So she goes back to her husband and says, hey, can you lend this guy $70?
Oh, Dougie Fresh. I think on that one, we'll take it out on that.
All right.
We'll take it out on that. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy. You're looking good. Yes.
Come on, baby.
We're rocking. We're rolling. We're making things happen.
Making it happen.
Life is a beautiful thing, kids. Get out there and get some sunshine and make it happen. Experience new things.
That's right.
Yeah.
And find Dougie Phelps.
Yeah.
Brighten your day.
Absolutely.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.